How do you love yourself? There's not really a true guide or a how-to or a list of things you can do, because loving yourself is growing a relationship with yourself rather than a destination you could reach. However, here are a few things that can potentially strengthen your relationship. First and foremost, you have to respect yourself. And this can seem really obvious, but unfortunately, many of us don't respect ourselves. This can look like giving yourself time to rest and recover, prioritizing your personal goals, and actually making an effort to work on those goals. Letting go of things, people, or commitments that don't respect or value you. And these are all things that I am victim of myself, and I'm sure I'm not alone. And these are not even all the things that you can do or all the things that are signs of respecting yourself, but that's just a mentality that I try to work on my own, and something that I am constantly growing. But for the sake of this video, I wanted to explore the ways that you could express self-love in a tangible and immediate way using your love languages. So if you don't know, there are 5 different types of love languages according to this person. Is it real? Is it not real? I'm not sure, but I feel like there is some validity to it, and it could be a good point of reference if you want to express love to yourself. So if you don't know what your love language is, I would recommend taking this quiz. Or if not, I think it is also healthy to express self-love in all the various ways that you can using your love language. Also, excuse the fact that I am literally outside, so it's gonna be a little noisy, bear with me. So ways you can express words of affirmation is through daily affirmations and journaling. I do try to journal every single day, and it's really helpful for me. I usually do it first thing in the morning, so yay. Next up, we have quality time. Quality time is my personal love language, and it is my favorite love language. It's how I express my love, and also how I like to receive love the most. For me, I am expressing quality time for myself by allowing myself to do a full day of things that are for my pure enjoyment. So today I've been journaling, I cleaned my room, I got dressed up. I went to Central Park, which is probably my favorite place in New York City, because you see so many different people. There's always dogs, there's always people walking their dogs. It's really green and lush and calm, although in the dead of winter it is not so green or lush. I'm making this video, which is very fun for me, and I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone, which is also something that I enjoy doing. But other ways that you can express self-love through quality time is by taking an art class or a painting class, pottery class, and to simply be present with yourself. So this also aligns with journaling or meditating or just taking time for yourself. Okay, scene change and audio change. It got really windy and cold, so I decided to leave the premises. But another way you can express self-love through quality time is also by taking yourself to watch a movie or a ballet. A couple of days ago, I went to watch New York City Ballet, and it was so beautiful. I was super excited to watch Justin Peck's Copeland dance episodes, and well worth the money. I am so inspired and in love. Honestly, aside from quality time, all the love languages are pretty even or equal for me. I don't really care for any of them, but sometimes it is nice to give yourself a gift. So I decided to get myself sweet green as my gift of the day. I could have just had some leftovers that were in the fridge, or I could have been quote-unquote responsible and got groceries and cooked myself food, but I was really craving a salad, so no regrets. Another way that you can express self-love through gift giving is by getting yourself flowers. You can go to your local floral shop and get yourself a bouquet of flowers. Flowers is always nice. Or I'm sure there's some kind of flower subscription out there, so you can also probably find it and give yourself some flowers every month or 2 weeks or however long. I went to my local floral shop and I thought about giving myself flowers, but decided against it, mostly because I was already carrying my salad, so maybe I'll get myself flowers later. Another way that you can express gifts is by getting yourself a gift that you've been wanting. So this is more like a splurge for something. I feel like a lot of times when we get gifts for ourselves, it, at least for me, feels like I should deserve the gift in some sort of way. Like, oh, I have to earn it by like proving to myself that I'm working hard, or like proving to myself that I deserve this thing that I want to get for myself. But sometimes it's okay to just like splurge on a thing that you've been wanting for a really long time. And I'm not saying that like you should spend irresponsibly and just like get every single thing that you want, but like if there's something that you really want and you know that like it'll bring you a lot of joy, then I say go for it, even if it is like a little bit expensive, while continuing to be responsible. For me, recently I got myself a bag. So I already have a school bag, which is just a regular backpack, but I've been wanting like a nice leather tote, or like a nice tote with like some structure that like makes me feel more adult, and it's less like a backpack and a school bag and a little bit more like working woman. Even though I'm not really working in the traditional sense, I got this lovely bag that I am in love with and obsessed with. It makes me very happy. It's their systems tote, and I love the structure. I love that you can customize it and like add knickknacks. So I also got myself a laptop case, and I'll be using this as like my primary school bag as well as like my working bag. So if I want to like go edit in a cafe or like just like work on some things, I can bring this bag without feeling like a child, because I don't know, there's something about like a backpack that makes me feel like a child. There's something internalized in there. This is your sign to get yourself something simply because, and not because you think that you deserve it. There are 2 more categories of love languages, but neither of which I think I would do today. So I'm just going to give you some ideas of what you could do. So acts of service. There are a lot of ways I feel like you can do acts of service for yourself. One of them is like getting your nails done, or going to a spa, or getting a massage, or just like things where it feels like you're being pampered and like people are serving you, but not in like a fine dining, the menu way. Or if you're into fine dining, you could also treat yourself to fine dining, because the service is also generally very nice there. And that could be a gift to yourself, and it could also be quality time for yourself. So those are some ideas of acts of service. I thought about getting a massage, but every week I go to PT, or almost every week I go to PT, and it is basically like a massage, and I feel like that is an act of service for myself, but I just didn't do it today. So for physical touch, I'm not quite sure how to express physical touch for yourself. I think you could give yourself a hug. Okay, I think that worked. Like, yeah, give yourself a hug. I'm actually like quite surprised by like how much better I feel, considering that physical touch isn't like very high on my list of love languages. Other ways that you could do physical touch is like also potentially a massage, or I say like anything that is like body related. So for example, taking a yoga class or any kind of fitness class, or like stretching or foam rolling, like all of that like requires you to be in tune with yourself and like more sensory. But I think you know what I mean. I think I might go take a yoga class. And that will be the end of me trying to express self-love for myself. Loving yourself is a challenging journey that will have its ups and downs, but is ultimately really, really rewarding, because fortunately and maybe unfortunately, you're stuck with yourself for the rest of your life. You're stuck with your thoughts for the rest of your life. Like, there's no one who will understand you better than you. Knowing that, I think the relationship you have with yourself is something that is super valuable and super important, and I hope you value it too. I hope this video brought you some inspiration for what you could do, and I'll see you next time. I hope you have a lovely day, a lovely week, and a lovely life. Bye!